Okay, so once you have your picture cropped and posterized, it's now time to make our project. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up a new image. You're going to make the width and height 2000. You want this to be pretty big, so you want it to be 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels, which will be a square canvas. Now if you end up going down a bit, make the background a color. Now you can make it white, but if you have a lot of white in your picture, you can make it something different, like you can go with like any sort of middle tone gray anywhere along the left side. You could try black, but I wouldn't put a color in the background. I would just stick to something white or gray. And then hit create. All right. Then what we're going to do, we're not going to take it from here. We're going to go to put a new layer on here. So you're going to go to the plus sign here, and it's going to be an image. And you're going to open up your posterized image. Now we want to shrink this down because we want to end up getting 9 of these pictures in here. So it's more wide than it is tall. So if I shrink this down enough to kind of visualize, there's another one right next to it so they fit, that would be good. So it might be a trial and error. So I made it a certain size. I'm going to make a duplicate, just one right now. So you can go up here and hit duplicate. You can go down here and hit duplicate. You can even go to layer and you can go to duplicate layer. So we just want to make one for now because we're just going to try out the size. So you want to have a little bit of space in between here. Don't put them up right up against them. Have a little bit of space. And you also want some space on the edge. So actually that is perfect. I like it like that. So if this wasn't the right size, if I wanted to resize this original one, if I wanted to shrink it up a little bit, I'm going to have to take this one and delete it. So get this one in the center. Now we're going to make 8 more copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it doesn't look like anything happened, but they're stacked up like a deck of cards. So then you're going to go ahead and line up your designs. Keep the one in the center. This one you want to keep in the center. And then move the ones around them. You can see there's a bunch of guidelines that are going to help you out, keeping everything straight and even. All right. So once you have these laid out, you can see that I have a little more space on the top and the bottom, which is completely fine. I would much rather you have all of these spaces the same rather than going like this, having them come out to the edge. Okay, it looks better if they're up close like that, just like a grid. Okay, so we're going to work on them one at a time. So now what we want is each one's going to be a variation in color. Let me just zoom in. Oop, not that much. So we can see what we're doing here. So I'm just going to work on this one right here. So there's 2 places you can go to adjust the color. Both are in adjustment. One of them is going to be color lookup. But the first one I'm going to show you is hue saturation, so you can use either one of these. So let's start with hue saturation. All you do is you just take the hue and you can drag it around. And you can see all of the colors changing. So as this pink here is changing into red, you can see the face turns purple, or green. So they all independently change color. And that might work for you because you might like all the colors that it changed into. But if you have a situation that, like maybe you like the pinks and purples on her face, but you don't really like the colors that are happening here. So one of the things you can do is you can slide this colorize button. Colorize will make it monochromatic, meaning it'll be one color. Different tones of the color, but so something like if you just want it to be one color, that might be you know, something that you'd like to do. Now if you find a color you like, it looks good, you can apply it. Then we're going to go on to the next one. Okay, and again I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what we're doing. So you can have a couple of these going to adjustment and hue saturation. You can make some monochromatic, you can make them, you know, all sorts of variations, but that's just one way you can do variation. Another way to go to color lookup. This is a little more complex and a lot more to kind of deal with. So on this window, you see you have a gradient, and then you have a lot of these little gradients over here, all different ones. If you scroll down. So you don't have to use the ones that are available here. You can actually edit and create your own. So let's just work with one here that might be interesting. Maybe this one right here. Okay, so I clicked on it, and you can see that the gradient pops up here. There are 3 colors in this gradient. There's this purple color, then this red color, and this orange color. And you can see how it's distributed. One of the things you can do is you can bring these little arrows. They look like little short crayons. Those are called stops. So if you can start moving those stops around, and that will affect the distribution of those 3 colors you're using. All right? So by doing that, you might find, again, a look that you like. You could even switch the order of these stops if you'd like. And that's going to change the look of the picture as well. You can also adjust these colors themselves. You can change the colors. So if you really enjoy, if you really enjoy the purple and you know, let's say you like the purple and the yellow, but you don't really like the red, you can actually eliminate the red. You click on it and hit remove stop, and then it goes away. I'm going to put it back by clicking on anywhere at all, and your cursor turns into a plus, and then you can bring it back, and I'm going to change it from the purple, which is the same here, by clicking on the stop, clicking on this square, and picking red, and there you go. So you can move the stops around. You can change the color of the stops by clicking on the stop and then clicking on that square, and you can change it to a different color. You can eliminate stops altogether, and you can add stops. You know, I wouldn't go too crazy with the stops. You don't want too many. You know, if you end up having 4, that's probably more than enough. Okay. And again, changing the order will change the look of the design, actually. I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay. So the whole idea for this, and then apply, is you're going to create different colors, variations for each one of these. If you find that there's 2 of them that are too much alike, let me just do 2 that are going to be extremely similar. Say I colorize one over here, and I have this be like a color like this, and I like those 2 colors. If you have things that are too much alike, I would suggest to move them apart from one another, just so you have a nice balance, like an even distribution. Don't go too crazy with the colors. Have about 4, 5, maybe 6 colors in your palette. So right now I have purple, red, yellow, and I have this blue. Probably want to kind of just play around with those colors and keep those colors consistent throughout. Just kind of use different combinations of those colors. All right, and that's about it. And anytime you're working, you want to save, when you are working on your design, you want to save it as a PXZ. This will keep the layers, and it'll keep the structure. So each time when you open it again each day, it'll be there for you. I can call this like working copy maybe, or if it's close to my final, I can call it final. So like I said, then when you If you X out of Pixlr and you go to Pixlr the next day, it'll keep all of your layers for you. Okay? If you totally mess up, if you make a mistake on one, if you do this one and you totally changed your mind, you don't like it, one of the things you can do is you can just delete it, but you have to make sure you have an original copy. In other words, one that hasn't been, the color hasn't been changed. Now I have, 1, 2, 3, I have 6 of them that I haven't changed the color. So you just grab one of those and you can duplicate it. Oh, which one was it? And I don't know which one it was. It's under one of these. No, it wasn't that one. Oh, must be the last one. Yep, there it is. So then you have a duplicate. Okay? Have fun with this. Try out a bunch of different things. You're going to have a few days to work on this, so, I do expect you guys to make some decisions and change some things around as you're working. And you can always work on a second or third, design if you want. Okay? But enjoy this.